welcome everyone who's joining us tonight. We are honored to be with you. We are honored to be with the lovely and beautiful one and only Mrs. Robin Holmes-Lanier. We finally got here now. We finally here. Welcome, Miss Robin.
I'm so glad to be here.
Honor to be here with you. Honor to be here.
Thank you for having me, ladies. Thank you.
Of course. And we are the Huff Twins. I'm Angeline Huff.
I'm Evangeline. Let me use my mic. Lord Jesus. Check 1, 2. Oh, I'm loud. Might as well just go ahead and say it. Y'all go ahead and lift your hands in the building. I'm season. I'm Evangeline. And together we are the Huff Twins.
Yes. So tonight, we just want to have a little talk about some music. Okay, Miss Robin.
Yes.
How are you? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing really
well. How you feeling?
I feel well. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I want to know, how did you get into music? How did you get into the arts? How did you first know you had a passion and a love for music?
I was a little girl, and I always loved music, hearing my mom sing. My mother's a singer, and just hearing her sing. And of course, they told me, I didn't know this, but they told me that my great-grandmother had a piano at her home. And we would go over there. Of course, I was just a couple of years old, but I would just bang on it, they said. Of course, they had to tell me this, right? But I would just bang on the piano. So don't despise small beginnings, y'all.
Right.
If your children are out there just banging, let them bang. But of course, my mother said that she saw something in me, and she made sure that I got the opportunity to take music. And in doing so, it just progressed from there. I do believe that, as the word tells us, that we're predestined. And, you know, I think it's over in Romans.
Romans 8:29.
God has already put in us. But we just have to know that that's what it is for it to manifest, you know. And so I did kind of go away from music a lot, but it always was so embedded in my heart. I took piano lessons. I was in the band. I did those things, you know. And then, of course, we go off and we pursue other careers. But God brought me right back to where my heart was. And it's with music. And not only just music, my heart is also with serving others, and especially the children. So it all just came together with baby Greg.
Okay. So you would say your biggest inspiration to do music would be your mother.
My mother.
You want to shout her out real quick?
Dorothy Williams, how you doing, Mama?
We love you, Miss Dot.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, and so how long have you been singing? How long have you been playing keys?
Wow, I've been singing ever since I was a youngster in church. My brothers and I, one of the songs that we sang when I was growing up was "Take the Lord with you everywhere you go."
So you want to give us a little bit?
Oh Lord,
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, Miss Robin. We have a lot of people who are joining right now. They're coming in too fast, but I see Eugene is watching, Lakeisha is watching. And I saw some other people come on, but the names have disappeared. Welcome to all of you who are watching. And for those of you who are just joining us, we have a special guest with us tonight. Tonight, we are with the one and only, the matriarch of music, Miss Robin Holmes-Lanier, owner, founder, CEO of Baby Grand Music.
Which is where we are coming to you guys live from. now.
Yes.
Awesome. So, can you tell us some of your big major people that you have done some music with, who you work with throughout the years? I know you got some big names you can give us.
I've done a little bit with y'all might remember. I got so
Well,
many
you got a
of them.
picture right in there with James Brown, Mr. James Brown.
Yeah, James Brown. I had an opportunity to do something with Ernest Pugh on the stage with actually with Pastor Taylor, Pastor Brock Taylor, and Danielle West. She was the one who kind of, got us into that. And we've done some things with God, y'all got me scattered right now. Keith Squad. That was an experience, to be able to go to his home. He had this big recording studio downstairs, a huge recording studio. But I got to experience that with some other friends of mine. Melissa Bennett also went with us on that beautiful day there in Atlanta. So we had a really good time. And then, to know that you could actually make some money at it.
That's right.
That was super good for us. They want to say we're from the country, okay? But, and we are, and we love it. And we love it. But we really had a really good time there, that experience. So, yeah.
That's awesome. You got any questions for Miss Robin? Okay. So, let me ask you this first of all, while we're talking about these artists and these musicians. What musicians have inspired you throughout the years?
Well, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm asked that question a lot. But if you look around our community, we have some of the best artists that I've ever worked with in my entire life. Sometimes we may not have the big accolades behind us, but the spirit of working with people that are local, that you can pick up the phone and call.
That's right.
Versus, I wish I could be with that person over there. The two of you. The two of you. I saw Gazzy White on here. You have all these powerful artists right around in our own community that if we would just pour into, and that's where I'm at with things, pouring into the people that are right around us. So what if we took out one artist here in Statesboro and poured into them? Where could they really go? If we really got behind them and pushed them. Not only push them with patting them on the back, but offer them finance that they need to make it, So yes, my favorite artists are right here locally.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Okay. So now what we're here to talk about. We want to hear you talk about Baby Grand. We want to hear how it was birthed. When did you realize that God had placed something inside of you? And now here we are.
Well, I was working on another job. And they used to have a news article that came out weekly, and it was a Bible trivia. Well, if you sent this in, you could actually be able to post your business name or your name as the winner, because I would win almost every week. And they would send you a Bible, So I was winning quite often, and so I never used my whole name. I would just say Robin's School of Music. And I did that for as long as that was going on with the Statesboro Herald at that time. And I did not realize I was speaking something into existence. But I always wanted to be able to do what I'm doing now. And I met a young lady who asked me to work with her on the piano. And I'm gonna tell you, I just kept pushing her off. I say, okay, honey, I'll get with you. And she continued to ask me that. And so one day it kind of broke me down, and I said, well, okay, I'll do it. But let me take you back, because this was also a time when I was out of work. I didn't have a job. My back was against the wall. I'm trying to figure things out. Single parent at this time. And I just sat back and said, Lord, what would you have me to do?
Yeah.
And when he showed me a vision, I then pursued it.
Come on.
I said, okay, Lord, if this is what you're telling me to do, I have no choice but to do this. And I'm telling you, I was in a place where my back was against the wall. Highly qualified to do just about any job out there.
Yeah.
But couldn't find a job. Well, it was because God had a job for me to do.
Yeah.
And so that's how Baby Grand came about. And then when that vision came to me, I then had to think, okay, well, what is the name of the business going to be? Well, not business, ministry.
There we go. That's good.
What's the name of the ministry? And I had one grandchild at that time. And I was going to name it after my grandchild.
Wow.
But I said, what if I have other grandchildren down the line, What are they going to think about this? And so instead of, I just said, I turned the grandbaby around to Baby Grand. Now, most people think that Baby Grand was because of the piano.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. But it wasn't. It was because I had one grandbaby at that time.
Wow.
And I just said, no, I'm going to have to do something different, because I'm sure there are others that are come along.
Wow.
And it was. I have 11, I have 11 now. So
You got that many now?
I have 11.
Oh my gosh.
So
I remember when it was, just 4?
Yeah. But now it's 11.
Wow. That's a blessing.
Yes, it is. So that's how the name of the ministry came about. From grandbaby to Baby Grand.
But you were saying something as we were starting in that you were speaking on how you would write Robin's School of Music. Can I ask you, at that point, what were you seeing at that point to motivate you to just write that? Where were you?
Well, because I just saw children. I saw children. And I knew that it was something that I wanted to pour into them musically.
Okay, so watch this. You said God showed you, and then you begin to write. Okay, you cannot write the vision and make it plain unless God shows it to you first. So you didn't even know, you say you were speaking it into existence. Y'all don't understand the power of pen and paper.
That's right.
That is why Jesus said, it is written. Okay, but that's another podcast for another day. Not here to preach to you tonight. Just want y'all to understand, when God gives you a vision, any of you who are visionaries, don't be afraid to write that thing down.
That's right.
You're doing it in faith, number one. And the word says, write it down, make it plain, run with it. That's what you did.
Yes.
You ran with that thing.
Yes.
That's powerful.
Yes.
That's powerful.
Yes. And I'll tell you something else about that was when I decided, okay, that I am going to follow what you tell me, Lord. You know, when you surrender.
That's right.
When I surrendered to it, I actually went to my pastor, Pastor Taylor, and I spoke with him about it. And he said plainly, that's nothing you have to come to me and pray about, because if God has showed you that, that's what it is, you know. Right. And so that afternoon I went home and I did just that again. I put the pen to the paper and I wrote out an announcement. And I took it to church the next morning. I said, Pastor, can this be read out in church about me teaching piano? And he said, come to my office.
Come on.
And I went into his office, and he had written pretty much everything I had.
Wow.
And he said, I want to make this announcement for you.
Wow.
And he did. And in making that announcement, there were 8 children that signed up that day for music. And we have not been without children.
Wow. Come on.
Then.
8 children, and that number 8 even confirmed that new beginning
New
for
beginnings.
you. Come on, that's powerful.
Wow. Yes.
That's very powerful. And God never gives us a vision without provision. If you're going into something and there's no provision, God didn't tell you to do that thing.
That's right. That's
But
right.
you said that they were already waiting for you. It was already God had already laid it out for you.
Already laid it out.
Wow.
That's so good.
Right. So as we're talking about this, it just brings me now to the very next thing that you're getting ready to do, which is the 18th annual recital.
There's eight showing up again.
There it is.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right. 18th recital for Baby Grand. We're so excited about this recital.
Yes.
And let me tell you all, you don't want to miss it. It's going to be one to remember for sure. I'm so grateful because this year we're going to be having a group of young men that are a part of a band that you told me about. And when I said, well, just have them to come over. Let me listen to them. Just, want to make sure. And when they came, they knocked on the door. And I went to the door and I was like, y'all band? Really? And when I'm saying that, y'all, I'm talking about they are former students of Baby Grand. So it kind of brings a full circle to things. And so y'all were here that day. I was in here almost in tears because it was just, it was so heart felt. It was really good. Here I go again. But yes, I really felt good about that. And so I'm feeling good about the recital.
Okay. Well, what can we can you just without telling, because y'all gotta come. You gotta come. You gotta be there. What can we expect? Just a little bit of what I know we're gonna have. Of course, some piano, but what else are we gonna have?
I'm kind of calling it the 4 seasons of music.
All right.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
Okay.
Kind of seasons of music.
Okay.
I know y'all want to know what that means, right? Come out on June the 8th and you'll find out.
Oh.
But it's seasons of music.
I love it.
Seasons of music. And I'll give you a little bit. Little old, little new.
Yes,
nothing borrowed, nothing blue, but we do have some things that I think everyone could relate to. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So where they gotta come to? Where do they gotta be?
They gotta come to the Avery Center, downtown Statesboro. Yeah, you're gonna see us on the marquee. So
What time?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
She said, "What time?"
Before we continue, the mic. Before we continue, Miss Teeth,
And we're so thankful to have Miss T with us. Miss T is a guest studio audience member. What are you able to view the comments that are coming in? They're coming in fast. No. Okay, I'm seeing some comments coming in for Baby Grand. Your family is on, Miss Robin.
Yeah.
Your daughter is on. Your mom is on. I'm not sure if I scroll. So I can do that without messing something up. It's a lot of people watching. So let me just go. We have Dr. Rosalind Fields is watching.
Yay, hi Roz. That's my friend from Atlanta.
Awesome. And I'm not sure if I'm going to mess this up. Is that Winnie Fields?
Yes, that's her sister.
Okay, did I say that correctly?
Yeah, you did.
Awesome. All right. Watching as well. Miss Tia Reese is watching.
Yay.
Rob Wu is watching.
That's my son, Robert.
And then you saw Crystal and
my daughter.
Mama Dot is watching.
Mama.
And I'm saying great messages. Miss Dot is saying. Crystal is sending hearts. Dr. Rosalind is saying hi from Atlanta. And on the Huff Twins page, Miss Cheryl is saying I love it. And I believe that was when you were speaking in regards to your passion for music and where the ministry, how it was birthed and where it was developed from. That was when she said, I love it.
Awesome.
What services do you offer here?
We offer piano by note reading as well as by ear and chording. We have drums, which you are in charge of, and we also have vocals, in which you are pretty much in charge of. So that's what we have currently, but we're hoping for even bigger and new things.
Yes, He's adding to this place. Even as my twin was speaking about Miss T being in the studio with us, she does a lot behind the scenes.
Well, I'll tell you all this. She is our parent president, and she handles a lot of things for us. And we're just so thankful to have you as a part of Baby Grand. And both of her daughters are students here at Baby Grand. And I'm almost about to tell everything about her recital, but just come and see it.
Yes, and they are very meek and modest and humble. So
Yes,
we appreciate them. We appreciate them.
But mighty.
But mighty.
Yes.
But mighty.
Mighty.
Mighty. That's right. That's right. Yeah, we're thankful for all the hard work you put in over here at Baby Grand.
Thank you.
And at this time, we are still accepting sponsors, as well as contributions, donations. Is there anything you like to say in regards to that?
Yes. As you just said, we're here accepting contributions and donations, and those contributions and donations are poured right back into the ministry. Our children, I'll say, our children love to eat.
I almost spit out my water because this is true. They come straight to the fridge.
So we feed them over here. And so all those funds, they help with everything we do here. We have a loan aboard program where we purchase keyboards into the studio, and when children first start, if they don't have one, they get to use one of the boards until they get one. So we do that. We also give back to the community, because just like we're asking for contributions and donations, we also have organizations to do the same thing with Baby Grand. So those funds are there to be able to pour back into the community as well. So everything is kind of full circle, goes around and around. And that's okay, because we're here to help each other.
Yeah.
That's what we're supposed to be doing.
That's right.
So those funds go back out into the community to help other organizations. We helped this year alone, YCC Connection, that's with Wayne Williams. That's a youth organization here in Statesboro. We've also helped Jocelyn Joseph, who is a former student, and she's been, pursuing her musical career. We've also helped Kings. That's a mentor group to young men here in Statesboro. That was with Brantley and Jamiria Simmons, and they'll be there. They be there at the recital. They have a little girl that takes piano lessons over here as well. And we do have another organization that we're going to pour into. So be at the recital to see who it is.
Yeah. And we definitely want to just tell all of the sponsors and everyone who's donated, contributed your time, energy, food, whatever. We really, really appreciate you all so much.
Absolutely. Because there's no reason to think that you can do things all by yourself.
It's impossible.
It's impossible. It takes all of us.
Right.
Just like they say, a village, it does. It takes all of us to connect and surround ourselves in love to be able to do what we do.
Yes. And before we getting ready to come to the end here, but before we do, we got some cool merch we want to show y'all real quick. And Miss Robin's gonna talk a little bit more about these fire t-shirts.
I guess I can hold one of these up, right? Yeah.
Gucci and Louis and
but
they ain't got nothing on this.
Ain't got nothing on Baby Grand. This is Baby Grand. This is one of our t-shirts, one of our tees. This design logo was done by Miss Teresa Saxon. She's awesome. So that's another thing. We have to help each other. All right?
Yes.
So this is the beautiful logo that she came up with for Baby Grand.
At the recital.
And these t-shirts will be, yes, at the recital. You want to hold up the black one?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yay!
Y'all can see that.
There we go.
Here we go, y'all.
So if you desire to have one of these, make sure you reach out to us, and we'll be sure to.
And what are they on sale for?
$20.
Okay.
Yeah. $20. And it's to support the children. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
Supporting the children and helping them to achieve their goals. Y'all, this recital is gonna be so good.
Yes,
I can't get enough of it.
You don't listen. You really don't want to miss it.
It's
really you're gonna hear about it, and then if you don't be there, you're gonna say, "I wish I was there."
Yeah, and it's free.
It's a free event.
It's free to
absolutely.
the community. Just come out. That's all we want you to do is come out and be a part of this great occasion. 18 years. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I was
years there now.
Yeah. I was
And I can imagine they
in my
probably
40s when I started.
Wow.
So that tells you where I'm at now.
And great, aging gracefully,
Yes.
and beautifully,
Yes.
Thank
young
you.
at heart,
Thank you.
still jovial and jubilant, still fun and energetic.
Oh,
Yes.
thank
Yeah, we
you.
know the
Thank
joy.
you.
Pleasure to be
Yes,
around.
joyful, lively.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I have to say one thing about this place. When you come to this studio, the walls are saturated with the presence of God.
Yes.
Such a peaceful environment. Sometimes I can just come here and just rest. But Baby Grand has been a blessing to me. I have already shared this with Miss Robin, but just my testimony of being a part of Baby Grand, it has gotten me through some very low places, some very dark times in my life. Honestly, don't know where I would be or what I would do if Baby Grand was not here. For myself, and I'm sure many, even for the children, it's an outlet. It's a place to come and be able to release, to be able to express and to create If you're spiritual, you understand those are qualities and attributes of God, to be able to express creativity. And I just appreciate you for always allowing your doors to be open to both of us.
That's right.
Even when times just got crazy, you were always there for us. And I just want to publicly say I love you, and I appreciate you for everything you do for this community, for your family, for everybody.
Love you all. Love you all. Well, as our motto says, it's more than a note.
It truly is.
It's more than a note. Yeah, there's so much more that goes on here besides the music. And we thank God for that.
Yes, ma'am.
It's all about what God would have us to do.
Well, as we're closing, if you could leave our audience, aspiring musicians, artists, singers, creatives, with words of encouragement and words of inspiration, what would you tell them?
I will tell you to follow the Word of God. That's the first thing I would say. And then find in that conversation, because you got to talk to God. In that conversation, be clear to the path that He is sending you on.
That's good.
You have to really know and tap into where He is leading you. And remember what I just said, where He is leading you.
Yes, ma'am.
Because sometimes we think that it's what I want to do. And we'll go for it. I'm a witness. Been there, done that. But I found out that if I just follow the path, and many of you know, even out there listening, one of the songs that I sing is Order My Steps.
Yes.
And when I first started singing that song, I was just singing the song because someone brought it to me and said, learn this. But when I began to live in the song,
Yes, ma'am.
it was a total different path for me. So let God order your steps, and you walk in what He's ordering. And if you do that, your path will be clear.
Amen.
That's good.
Amen.
That's good.
Thank
you for that.
We are out of time. I was going to see who all wanted Miss Robin to sing a little bit before we got off, but
Be at the recital.
you just gonna have to come to the recital. So
That's right. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna say one other thing before we leave out.
Sure.
We're gonna have some very dear friends that will be there along with you too. Vivian Summers and Melissa Bennett will be in the house that night. So, and I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it.
Can you say it a little bit louder one more time?
You don't want to miss it.
Okay, y'all heard it. You do not want to miss it. June the 8th, 2024's 18th annual recital for Baby Grand Music Studio, LLC, with the one and only Miss, y'all like how I just keep writing with the one and only Mrs. Robin Holmes-Lanier. Look, y'all got to come check her out. You won't be disappointed.
Thank you, ladies,
You're
so
welcome.
much. You're welcome. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate you all for joining us tonight. Do you all have, anybody have any questions for Miss Robin? Just very quickly, we're only going to stay on just a couple of more minutes just to get some questions through. You're more than welcome to inbox them to the Baby Grand Music LLC page or either to the Huff Twins page. Either one is fine. All right. So now is the time to drop your questions. We're only going to give it a minute. We're going to give it a minute and we're going to sign off.
Anything you want to say while we're waiting? No?
I think I've said enough. You know. All right. Well, y'all, we've enjoyed you. Thank you for joining us tonight. May the grace and peace of God be with you. Have a lovely evening. We love you, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.